Please rise in body and spirit. Join me in singing our opening song. We are in this together. You all, Dr. Glenn Thomas is not playing for us this morning, so we'll be off in Acapulco land. I hope you're ready. Here we go. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. Just because you look like you and I look like me, it doesn't mean we can't be friends, 'cause I'm not your enemy. That's why we gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. We gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. People all around the world sometimes feel so sad, but when we show that we care, they don't feel so bad. We gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. We gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. One more time, let's do the chorus. Here we go. You gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. We gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up.
What a happy way to start. Thank you, Amy. Getting us riled up in the morning. It's awesome. Good morning and welcome to First Universalist. My name is Laura Smidzik and my pronouns are she, her, and it is my privilege to serve as an assistant minister here. It is also a joy and privilege to lead worship today with Nico Van Ostren, our Cummins Memorial intern, with Amy Bryant, and with Pastor Ashley being the Zoom pastor, so thank you. Gratitude to our sound folks and our ushers and our greeters and the tenders of this space for all of us who make this time of connection and inspiration possible. Thank you for being here this morning. We make this place sacred together. We create an experience together, each of us taking a risk of connection, community, and the power of love whenever we show up. Welcome to this place where we lean into a universalist understanding of faith that names each and every one of us, all beings, as whole and holy, worthy and welcome, wanted, with room to grow. Welcome to a community of love and hope, committed to practicing beloved community, grounded in a love so inclusive and expansive and irresistible that it cannot help transform us individually and as a community. So thank you for being here, for taking time and taking a risk on community and connection and compassion. Thank you for being a part of this community of love and hope that we so desperately need right now. An invitation 2 Sundays from now, after the service, we are going to be holding upstander training. I don't know if you guys remember Reverend Jen's story a couple weeks ago about the roofers up on the roof and a congregation having a picnic, and they got word that ICE was raiding that house, and the congregation came over along with other folks and literally held these workers. Only one was taken away. The rest of them were brought safely home. We will be trained to be such people in the world as upstanders. It's how to act in the face of ICE, and then also to join a rapid response network. So you'd be sent a text and told it's time to show up. It takes effort to get up and get over here to church. Some of you who are new or are feeling particularly tender this morning, it takes courage to be here. So let's take a moment to honor that with all of us, this effort that we made to be here, and to take a moment to greet each other. I hope you can challenge yourself to look beyond those who are sitting next to you and just assure that all of us today get a welcome from one another. Go ahead.
And if you weren't here last week, I just want to let you know that we are changing the word, or you can leave it if you want, but the word brother. I'm inviting everybody to choose a word that reflects who you invite to lean on you. It could be sister, it could be kindred, it could be brethren, it could be family, it could be cousin, it could be homies. So everybody gets to choose their own word, and we'll all be singing a different word at that time, but that's great because it means that everybody has someone they can lean on. So let's start from the chorus again, and then we'll hit that bridge with our own words and the chorus, and then we'll move on. Here we go. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Here we go. You just call on me, cousin, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Oh, you sound so good.
I love that. I love you all singing a cappella. The only time I really sing a cappella is either in the shower or the car, and it's usually by myself. And I do think one of the radical things about being part of a faith community is to come together on Sunday morning and sing, and not only feel those words reverberate through our own bodies, but feel it from the bodies of others, and the harmony and the notes that aren't quite being hit and all of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing that carries me forward throughout the week. So thank you all for being willing to punt and go a cappella this morning with Amy. So one of the ways we care for ourselves in times such as this is by calming our bodies and connecting to something more than ourselves alone. So if you're able, just settle into the pew for a moment, put your feet on the ground if that's comfortable, cross them, whatever feels right. Just feel yourself and your body in this place at this time, and let's take 3 deep shared breaths together. It's from this quiet and sacred place of connection and calm that we remember the hopes and promises that keep us together. When we say the words, soon to be on the wall, love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Okay, it's time for all ages, and we're going to do an activity that we've done before. I'm not going to tell you the title because that's going to make it confusing. But it's where we make our bodies into sculptures about a specific place or thing. And the way it works is that when you have an idea of what you want to be, like if we were being the beach, you might say, I am the ocean. So you say what you are, and then you make a statue. It can be animatronic if you need. And you make a statue, and then you hold. Up here in this space, if you are willing to come up here in this space, if you have an idea and you don't want to come up here in this space, you're welcome to make your statue where you are or in the aisle. You're also welcome to give your idea to someone else who may be willing to come up in this space and embody your idea. So let's do a little warm-up. First, let's make the environment of a school bus. Are you ready? Yeah, and if you want to do it, just, come on up. You don't have to wait to be called on or anything. Yes, so, and then you say, I am, and whatever you're making, and then you make your statue. And then you hold your statue. So I am the driver. There you go. There's the driver. We see some people back here. What are you all? They're the bus. Yeah, the kids on the bus. I'm the wipers.
I'm the wheels on the bus.
He's the wheels on the bus. Go round and round. Uh-huh. The kid messing around. Yeah. No, teacher. Excellent. What are you? More kids. So many kids on the bus. Excellent. Oh, yeah. Tell us. Oh, a kid doing homework?
Excellent.
A backpack. Yes. All right, let's give our actors 3 claps and a snap. You may return to your seats. Now we're gonna do something a little more tricky. We're going to make a picture of love. What does love look like? What are the elements, the actions, the things, the kinds of people that would make an image that looks like love? What did you say? The fog? A dog? Come on. Oh, if you want to be a dog, come on up.
Dogs are awesome.
Yeah, dogs are very lovely. Oh, there's a tail and everything. So we got dogs over here. Excellent. I am a hug. Say it again. A friend. We have a friend up here. She's the ground. Oh, a person holding a door open.
The person who's holding the other door open.
Another person holding the other door open. A friend looking for someone else to be a friend.
A brother.
A brother. Excellent. Any other ways we can make ourselves look like, look, statues don't talk. A friend, I'll be your friend. Let's give each other a high five. Excellent. Here we go. Yes? Say it again. Oh, Carol's mother. The face of love. A spacious heart. All right, let's give our actors 3 claps and a snap. Can we do one more? Okay. This one is gonna be a little bit more tricky. Are you ready? What does justice look like? Can we make an image of justice? I see a solidarity fist in the air. What does justice look like? I see a peace sign in the air. You can come on up if you have an idea. Yeah, what are you? Superhero, justice. Any other ideas? What does justice look like? What are the people, the elements?
There's a hand in the back.
We have a Statue of Liberty. Oh, and tourists. A soldier. Okay. Say it again. A scale, like the scale of justice. Excellent. Yes.
A wall that keeps the bad stuff out.
A wall that keeps the bad stuff out. Thank you. We need that. Yes. Batman. Yes, another superhero. Any other elements of justice you want to add? Oh, I see someone blind justice.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Oh, I see someone else coming. A happy person. Thank you. Last call for people to make a justice statue. Paw Patrol. All right, let's give everybody another round of applause. Thank you all for embodying and showing us what justice looks like. You may all return to your seats.
I would like to invite our 6th graders up in the front row to come and get the lantern and the flags. We have a tradition here of taking the light from the sanctuary and lighting our lantern as we guide our children to the religious education classrooms. While we have our light here, they have their light there. There you go. Thank you, thank you. All right, so if the 8th graders want to get up and be in the hallway in the back, that would be awesome. We're going to have the 6th graders lead us out, and the 7th graders can go ahead and be in the back hallway. And once these guys get out into the hallway, we're going to take all kindergartners through 5th or 6th graders can rise and go find the flags, and you'll be led to your classrooms. Shall we sing, Amy?
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's do that 2 more times. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
So this week I had the opportunity to join 300 interfaith colleagues for an Isaiah summit and a call to action. It was a vivid reminder of when we hold things together, there is strength and companionship and creativity and a vibrancy fueled by the power of love, as a counter to what we see from those currently in power and chipping away at the core values that we as Unitarian Universalists hold as sacred. Families gathered for an overnight here on Saturday night, and additional families joined us yesterday morning for Sprouts, where we do a little worship service and then the kids go play and the parents get time together doing spiritual practice and sharing deeply. And also this weekend, it's been a busy weekend, y'all. About 20 high school kids have been away at a camp together for the high school retreat with volunteers and staff guiding them and building community. All of these are reminders that we really are not alone. And we hold each other's joys and dreams and hopes and fears and grief and fierce love together. Last week, as we opened the circle for the sharing of joys and grief that our hearts and our spirits hold, we asked that you share your name first. This is new, and it's an intentional ask that kind of came out of our worship team. It's a large congregation, y'all, and I think anything like the action of wearing name tags or saying your name before you share allows us to form a closer community and to come to know one another, whether we're here for the first time or we've been coming for decades. After people share, we will come together and say our response together. Can you say it with me? You are not alone. We are holding it together. So the circle is open. Please state your name, and if you can speak loudly, that's awesome. It's funky trying to hear up here, so I'll do my best to echo back.
My name's Katie. I met a very kind lost soul yesterday. And I worked really hard to meet him where he was because I think he was, well, knows some truths about the universe, but draws not good conclusions from them. Being included in the pack that and I heard him. I didn't judge him or try to correct him. I met where he was.
Oh, Katie, our prayers are with you as you share about meeting. No, for Matt. Yep, as you're sharing about meeting an individual who was struggling, who you held with compassion and saw as whole and holy, as you companioned him and tried to have a conversation that connected you and to this world. You are not alone. We are holding you together. Robin is sending forth prayers for the staff that are holding a lot of things and doing beautiful things and just holding them in love. You are not alone. We are holding it together.
Marie, for the 1-month anniversary of the shooting at Annunciation and the large church gathering yesterday of people joining together.
Oh, the 1-month anniversary, Marie said, of the Annunciation shooting in a large church gathering yesterday. You are not alone. We are holding it together. 1-month anniversary of the Crystal Ray shooting, another shooting in Minneapolis shared by CT. You are not alone. We are holding it together. Oh my goodness. Amelia shares that she found out this week about a great-great-aunt who was kidnapped and never returned home. And so kind of knowing stories of our ancestors and coming to understand them. You are not alone. We are holding it together. Yay. Hey, Carol is sharing that this is her first visit here. You are not alone. We are holding it together. Thank you for your bravery in introducing yourself.
Cindy, gratitude for all the donations that came in this morning for AFA.
Cindy is holding out gratitude for all the donations that came in today. I'll talk a little bit more about that in the social hall. You are not alone. We are holding it together. We celebrate with longtime First Universalist member Ed Daniels, who recently celebrated his 100th birthday. Ed taught U.S. history at Washburn High School in Minneapolis for 30 years. Congregant Tom Satterstrom was Ed's student in 1956. And is now a dear, dear friend. I have witnessed this friendship. It is beautiful. As a community, we not only hold one another, but we also spread this love and care beyond our walls. And we have one more Sunday and community dinner as times to drop off gently used sweatshirts and hoodies and fall jackets in the social hall to support the long-term community partner, Augsburg Fairview Academy, AFA. AFA is a public charter high school, and many of its students experience housing and food insecurity. First Universalist has had a relationship with them since I know I was an intern many years ago, hosting food and clothing closets for the past decade. We also hosted 3 proms for their school in our social hall. So thank you for your generosity. And if you have questions, Cindy, who just shared, is the person coordinating this. And you'll see a table in the social hall where you can drop stuff. So breathe with me for another moment. Spirit of life, gratitude for these gentle, compassionate, caring, insightful, hurting people. May we know there is a universality about our love, about our desire for community, about the way we want the world to be, despite how it is today. Let our ferocious love continue to guide us and to hold us. And may each of you know you are whole and holy and held by a love that will not let you go. Amen.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
We gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. We gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. Everybody up, up, up. Everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. Yay, thank you. One way we hold each other is through our resources. Recently, people have donated computers to the family we are supporting through Pink Haven, an organization that assists trans refugees who are seeking a safer place to live than where they are currently located. People have been cooking up a storm in response to our meal train request in the Liberal. And fortunately, because of all of you, the people who have asked for donations from the Minister's Emergency Fund have been able to receive the support they've needed. Congregants who are brave enough to ask for financial help when they do not have the finances for the month ahead. We as a congregation make it possible to say yes. And we're always clear that when we say yes, it is not the staff saying yes, it is all of you, it is this community. And we're able to do so with a generous heart and with gladness. So if you find yourself in need, please feel free to talk to me or any other staff member, and we will get you connected to some support.
I didn't say thank you, Nico, for printing out my offering. I had a nightmare the other night that I couldn't remember where I put it, so thank you. Piali manam mitu hash Amelia Marquez ta pilam quoloteken. Greetings, and it is good, my relatives. My name is Amelia Marquez. I use she and they pronouns. Proud descendant of the Qualtecan people in what we now call South Texas and Northern Mexico. We often hear our great Reverend Ashley say, now is the time that we must come together to liberate our resources. Today's offering might require us to think a little differently about our offering when compared to other offerings. Every day, we pray, drive, recreate, sleep, and continue to live on the stolen land of our Dakota relatives. Imagine for a moment what you would do if another group of people told you you have to leave your home, or if we had to give up this church space without any form of negotiating. How would your life be impacted? What would you or could you possibly do? Our offering today goes to the Minnesota Mokoshe honor tax. This honor tax goes directly to our Lower Sioux relatives here in Minnesota. The descendants who are still technically exiled from this land and their homes while we continue to live on this stolen land. Consider the taxes you pay to the Minnesota and the United States governments and ask yourself what we could collectively do if we paid an honor tax of comparable size to the Lower Sioux American Indians. Our ushers will come forward now to collect today's offering, and should you feel compelled, visit www.mnhonortax.org to set up a monthly donation. Tlakamati, thank you.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Yeah. Gone are the dark clouds that had me down. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is a rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Bridge. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. Back to the top. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Oh, you sound so good. Gone are the dark clouds that had me down. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Sing that 2 more times. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Last time. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I am not alone. We are holding it together. Thank you.
My name is Nico, and my pronouns are they, them. Our reading today is Summons by Aurora Levins Morales, which was written in October of 2023 in Aurora's words, imagining a people's intervention led by grandmothers. This is a prayer for Palestine. Last night I dreamed 10,000 grandmothers from the 1,200 corners of the earth walked out into the gap, one breath deep, between the bullet and the flesh, between the bomb and the family. They told me we cannot wait for governments. There are no peacekeepers boarding planes. There are no leaders who dare to say every life is precious, so it will have to be us. They said we will cup our hands around each heart. We will sing the earth's song, the song of water, a song so beautiful that vengeance will turn to weeping. The mourners will embrace, the grief replace every impulse toward harm. 10,000 is not enough, they said. So we have sent this dream like a flock of doves into the sleep of the world. Wake up, put on your shoes. You who are reading this, I am bringing bandages and a bag of scented guavas from my trees. I think I remember the tune. Meet me at the corner. Let's go. I am now a few weeks into my time as your ministerial intern. I've been getting to know how we do church here at First Universalist. I've gotten to watch members of the sanctuary and resistance teams support each other in the spiritual practice of direct accompaniment. I sat in on the first few minutes of religious education classes. There was a kid there who showed me where to go and was very concerned in making sure I knew what was going on and understood what was happening next. It was a really beautiful welcome. At Sign Up Sunday last week, I saw dozens and dozens of you sign up to get involved with a cause, a class, an action, a group here at church. I'm learning how you all ask for help and come through to meet that ask, each of us finding ourselves at multiple times on each side of that request. All of that has been wonderful to learn about and start to sink into my role among it all, but this is not a service to pat ourselves on the back for doing community right already. This is a service, like so many services at church, to celebrate what we're doing right and to point to the gap between what is and what is liberation. One of the communities that I love and am loved by is the local Filipino community. Last weekend, an education and advocacy organization called the Philippine Study Group of Minnesota hosted a screening of a movie called 11,103, which is the number of Filipinos who were able to receive reparations from the government after the atrocities carried out during the US-backed Marcos dictatorship in the 70s and 80s. The documentary estimates that the actual number of people who were imprisoned, tortured, or otherwise impacted by the Marcos's martial law years is over 200,000. But a combination of poor communication about the reparations program and a lack of evidence or witnesses meant only the 11,103 victims received reparations. So one of the many powerful stories in that documentary was from Chris Palabay, a student activist in the 70s whose value of justice and democracy meant he could not sit back while his government became increasingly corrupt. His activism continued until he was kidnapped off the street with a hood over his head and taken to a prison where he was tortured for information. His parents and a brother were arrested, and 2 other brothers were killed. He cried and cried through the telling of his story. And yet, at the end of the documentary, he said he has no regrets, that he would do it all over again because otherwise he would be allowing tyranny to rise. He looked back, even knowing how the story ended, and knew he had done what was right. When the documentary finished, the elders in the room shared their stories from the martial law years. Several of them had engaged in activism until it became clear, due to direct threats or increasing surveillance, that the choice had become flee or die. Their experiences under martial law speak to a constant discernment about their commitment to justice and to their people, the risk of an action, the choice to stay or flee. One Tito, one uncle, who has only shared with us pieces of the torture that he endured in prison camp, he asked that these stories not be forgotten, lest we allow history to repeat itself. As Unitarian Universalists, we have our shared values of justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity, with love at the center. These values shape Unitarian Universalist community and help us discern the next right action to take. I long for us all to be so deeply rooted in these shared values and the theology of our faith that the next right action is unavoidable, no matter how scary or risky it is. This discernment feels vital right now, especially as the events unfolding in the US are from the same playbook that led to so much horror and death in the Marcos years. The US wrote that playbook. They literally practiced imperialism and genocide on indigenous peoples here and then used that as a blueprint for imperialism elsewhere, including in the Philippines. This tells me that it's serious, and it has been serious. When elders plead with us not to forget, we must be moved to action by their stories. Unfortunately, this is fascism that we're in. There already have been consequences for living out Unitarian Universalist values. And often, as has always been true in the United States, there are consequences for simply holding a marginalized identity. The risk exists not only in acting, but in being for many of us. It's an understatement to say that it is not a friendly time to be transgender in America. We've been identified as the most politically strategic scapegoat right now, and so anti-trans legislation and rhetoric is rampant. Almost every trans person that I know is asking whether they should leave the country before it's too late to get out. My partner and I have had this conversation multiple times, and I am sure that we will have it again. So far, though this may change, our reason to stay is that we have community here. We are loved here. This is not to say we couldn't create community elsewhere or that the decision to leave would mean a failure of our community to love us enough, but we believe strongly enough in this moment, in the way that things are right now, that we can place our bets on our community in the fight against fascism. For every person asking this question, there are a dozen unique factors and risks that must be weighed. It's an impossible calculus that people in this church community and beyond are trying to navigate. It's a question that has been asked in different groups across different generations. Trans people are not the first or the only people to be asking it, nor unfortunately will we be the last. The choice is either to flee this place for the anonymous unknown and a promise of relative safety, or to place our bets on community, on people we know will show up when asked, for whom we have shown up in ways that are both easy and risky. Neither of these answers is morally right or wrong. The choice to leave does not represent a failure of values or of community. None of us can make this choice for anyone but ourselves. But we can all be part of the community that supports others as they find their way towards an action plan. To bet on community, here or elsewhere, is to place our lives on each other's hands. Choosing community is a mutual commitment. It's like two stones leaning against each other, two people doing a trust fall. Both are saying to each other, I'm here. Don't worry, we can do this. We are holding it together. There is a risk always that one person is lying, or capacity and need are mismatched, or the powers of fear or fascism will prove overwhelming. There's often no way to know in the moment if the right choice is flight or community, and both choices carry risk. And in a time when so many of us are fearful and overwhelmed, taking risks can feel impossible. I want to invite you now into a variation of a discernment exercise that Unitarian Universalists are doing all over the world as we face this moment together. I want you to think about your comfort level with risk. We're going to make a visual representation of the community's capacity for risk. In a moment, I'll ask you to raise your arms and lean towards one end of the spectrum or the other. So, your comfort with risk. This side, it's your left towards the wooden tree. You like familiarity and safety. You like knowing a decision is the right one before you make it. And this side, your right, towards the piano, you enjoy thrills. You like roller coasters and skydiving, that kind of thing. So, as you are comfortable, hands and lean in the direction that you find yourself. All right, I'm seeing a bunch of straight ups. I'm seeing some to the right, some to the left. Maybe an even mix, I would say. It's hard to tell. Calculated risk, okay, great. Well, now imagine you're taking a risk on behalf of somebody you love. You're trying to help them, protect them, or save them. So where do you fall on this spectrum? So you're left towards the tree. You like to support in ways you know you're able to do, towards actions you know are very likely to help your loved one. You're right towards the piano. You'd support in ways that push the limits of your capacity, even towards actions or interventions that have a slim chance of success. So where are you at? Okay. It's still a fairly even mix, but I'm going to say we have a majority towards a little more willing to risk on this one. Thank you. All right, one more. First, take a look around the sanctuary and soak in who's here. Imagine you're being asked to take risk together, alongside everyone in this room, and imagining also the people who are joining us online, the friends of this community who are elsewhere, not present today. Imagine we're being asked to take a risk all together. And let's assume it's a risk related to justice. So this side, you're left towards the tree, you're joining in actions together that are very likely to help a cause, and you know that you and the community have capacity to do. This side, you're right towards the piano, you join others in actions that push the limits of your shared capacity, even towards justice actions that may not succeed. So where are we at? All right, this is a definite lean towards the more likely to take risk. Thank you, everyone. And that's common. That's something that people are finding as they do this in Unitarian Universalist contexts all over the place. Our capacity to take more risks increases as we think about people that we love, as we think about doing it together with others. So I want us to hold on to that, because it is risky to live through fascism. But it is possible to say yes to that risk because of community, as we just demonstrated together. Our capacity for risk grows when a person is well-resourced and surrounded by people who recognize their skin in the game too. And I want to make note here that there are many people for whom the question, should I leave the country for my own safety, that question represents their fear, but it's not an actual actionable choice. So many can't leave because it's expensive, it's dangerous for some of us to renew our passports, don't have the right documentation because they're indigenous and this land is home and sacred, a number of reasons. It is a privilege to have a choice to leave or stay. And hear this as a call for those of us who do have a choice and who elect to stay, to double down on Unitarian Universalist values and be the kind of people and community that can hold us all. On the other side, from those who don't have a choice, are people among us who have never had to ask seriously whether it was safer to leave the country, and have therefore simply continued living here on this stolen land by default. It's inertia, it's natural, and it needs to be examined. It's like signing up for a free trial. You put in your credit card information, you tell yourself you'll definitely remember to cancel before the end of the month, but life gets busy, you forget about it, and suddenly you've accidentally paid for another month of a streaming service you might not even want. It's not until that cost is incurred that many of us remembered we had committed to a subscription in the first place. Pause with that for a second. If you have had for months or years or generations a subscription to living in America, what cost would need to be incurred to make you realize it? Is there a benefit received that would make you keep subscribing, or a price point at which you would cancel your subscription? What I'm asking us for here is awareness, followed by intentional action. Where we each find ourselves on the spectrum from currently targeted and considering leaving to heightened stress, but life is mostly continuing as normal, our location on that shifts depending on the time and the political moment. My invitation is to actively choose, to actively decide to be here, to stop renewing your subscription just because you forgot about it and start doing so because you know your role and your responsibility in co-creating the community that we are betting on. The responsibility is to turn again and again to Unitarian Universalist values until the action required is clear, and turn again and again to community so that we can take the risks necessary and survive, or have our stories survive, together. I want to leave us all with 2 action items that are ways to put this into practice, actions that I believe are rooted in our Unitarian Universalist values and are necessary for us to commit to community together. Action item number 1 is what Amelia already asked of us, to pay the honor tax and set up a monthly donation as you are able. Action item number 2 is that this Tuesday, September 30th, is the Day of Truth and Reconciliation, which marks the cultural genocide and abuse carried out by colonizers in residential schools. So on this Tuesday, wear orange in honor of survivors, learn the stories of the indigenous children who were forced into residential schools. And then find action item number 3, that those stories and our Unitarian Universalist values call you to do. That's our homework. And let us move ever closer to community where everyone is so deeply rooted in our shared Unitarian Universalist values that we're doing the next right actions on purpose, no matter how scary or risky it is. Let us remember the stories of our elders and ancestors, the ones who went through hell and would do it again for a cause they believe in. Let us respond to the call of 10,000 grandmothers in our dreams, all of them telling us, wake up, put on your shoes, let's go. Let us be worthy of the trust that trans families are placing in the communities they belong to. Let us send prayers of determination and tangible support for those who choose to leave. Let us believe so fully in Unitarian Universalist values that the next right action is clear, that the thought of acting differently tears our hearts apart. Let us be so in love with community that when fascism reacts against us, we are able to make it through together. May it be so, and may we make it so.
Rise and body or spirit, join me in singing hymn number 131, Love Will Guide Us, in the gray hymnal. Love will guide us, peace has tried. Love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us. Peace has tried us. Hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night.
It is time for worship to come to an end and the work of what we do as Unitarian Universalists to begin, and it may begin by going downstairs to the social hall for coffee and connection. If you are new or newish, look for the welcome table to be greeted and welcomed there. If you have children in the religious education program, you have time. They're in their classes until 12:30, so hang out, connect, enjoy this community. Will you all join hands with the people who are near you or place a hand on your heart? Find your way to connection here. May this community be so connected to one another and to the values that we hold sacred, that the next right action is inevitable, is there waiting for us, is drawing us closer in. May we feel so loved by this community that we can take the risks necessary for what's ahead. May it be so. Let's go.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will.